Hello, Sam. It's good to have you with us today. We're excited about the recent close of the major financing to take Akur8's to a new level.
Hi, Mark. So thank you very much. So obviously we are, extremely happy, extremely proud about this new fundraise. I think it's going to open us even more opportunities than what we already had. As you've seen, so just 1 week before this fundraise, we announced the acquisition of Akur8's. So our first M&A with this new fundraise, we are targeting to launch some new modules on the market, optimization, pricing engine, rate repository. So we're gonna continue to invest massively in R&D, in expanding our global footprint. So yeah, we are like super happy about this round. Yes.
That's great. And I was very excited about the acquisition for two major reasons. One is the American market. I know that Akur8 has done extremely well in the United States and in Europe and in Asia, but it's the American market. So from the geographical footprint of the new team, the new product, the existing customers, that was very exciting to me. And the second is the product fit. So there's two synergies. One is the geographic expansion and footprint, and the second is the combination of the two products together. Do you want to just talk about those two issues and what that means for Akur8 going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is why this acquisition was extremely relevant for us, because it's not only one, but at least two very good reasons to join our forces with the Akur8's reserving team and with their solution. So first thing is obviously the interest for geographical expansion. As you know, even before acquiring Akur8's, the US were already our fastest growing market, and we've got a very good product market fit there with our pricing solution. So it's obviously it's going to be a great accelerator for us acquiring Akur8's, because they have more than 100 clients from the US, tier 1s, tier 2s, tier 3s. So they are quite well established there, and we see a lot of potential synergies for our clients joining our forces. So obviously it's a very strong accelerator for us in the US. Now we have nearly 50% of our revenue coming from there. So it's a massive market and massive opportunity for us. And the other way around as well, because Akur8's has been focusing a lot on the US market so far. And as you know, from the start with Akur8, we've been very international. We have clients in more than 40 different countries. So we'll also be able to leverage our global footprint on the pricing to bring Akur8's to other markets in Europe, Latin America, in Asia. And we already see a lot of traction, a lot of appetite from those markets following the announcement. So yeah, definitely in terms of geographical fit, it's a perfect acquisition for us. And obviously, on the second part, on the product side, Akur8's is a very good product, very good solution. They've been around for the last 20 years, but they kept on making sure that the solution is evolving, is moving to the cloud, and we are willing to invest even more in this product. It's an adjacent use case to our use case, but it remains into the actuarial domain. And as you know, from the beginning, our vision was to build the only like fully integrated actuarial platform for insurance companies, covering all use case. Pricing is one of them. Reserving is one of them. In many cases, we see that those two processes are quite siloed within insurance companies, but there is value in building more bridges between reserving and pricing teams, and so. It's a perfect fit, and we know that combining both, making sure that those products work together, and so the teams within the insurance company work together even more than today, will bring a lot of value for our clients. So yeah, it makes sense a lot on the product side, and the Akur8's team is very knowledgeable about this use case. So yeah, a really great fit. Maybe I can add a third one. It's an acquisition from Milliman that is also a great partner of ours. So that's also important regarding our relationship with our partners. And Akur8's was not only a solution used by Milliman, but it was also used by a lot of global firms, global actuarial firms. So it will also reinforce a lot our value proposition with consulting firms, partnering together to bring more value to our clients.
Sam, when we originally invested, we looked at what Akur8 was doing, and we fundamentally believe in the ability of data analytics, AI, the machine learning for the incredible complication of insurance data that in some ways is much more complicated than what most people think about in social media or internet use. The data and the ability to analyze in real time was kind of the vision we were looking at long term. We said if Akur8 can do what it's doing with the pricing and with optimization and now with reserving, that would be a great business. And I think you've proven that thesis out. We're very excited about our investment from when we originally invested about 2 years ago to today. But this new capital will take you to a new journey. Talk to us about when we originally invested, we said we really hope that we can make it, that Akur8 will have the opportunity to have the capital, the team, the ability to integrate products. Talk to us about where you're going with this new money allocated to R&D. What's exciting about what technology is going to bring to the insurance industry over the next 24 months with Akur8?
Yeah, that's a very good question, Mark. So, indeed, insurance is a very data-driven industry. Insurance companies are collecting a lot of data, and so the more you can extract value of the data, the better it is for insurance companies. And obviously, to extract value out of data, AI, machine learning is a very good enabler because it really allows so the experts within insurance company to focus on value-added tasks, on really interpreting the data instead of doing data manipulation or trying to build models. So we'll continue into the same direction. What we want to do is really to remain focused on our vision, building an end-to-end actuarial platform for insurance companies, leveraging the best technologies in terms of cloud, in terms of machine learning, and fully integrated. And so we'll continue towards this vision, adding some new modules that goes up to deployment in production. And we know it's a big challenge for insurance companies. And in many cases, from the moment you start building your new tariff or working on updating your tariff, and the moment this tariff is into production, can take months. And in nowadays environment where risk drivers are changing at a much faster pace than what they used to, it's not acceptable anymore. So we'll continue with those new modules to really offer our clients a fully integrated end-to-end experience and leveraging machine learning at each step of the process when it's relevant to automate the data-driven part of the process, not replace people, but to allow them to focus on what makes their value. In our cases, most of our users are actuaries. They are extremely knowledgeable people, extremely skilled, and we want them to be able to focus on the business value they can bring on decision making instead of spending time on repetitive tasks. And so with this additional funding that we got, we'll continue into the same direction with this same vision to be the global leading actuarial platform for insurance companies.
It's great. It's interesting you mentioned the actuaries, because when we originally invested, one of our questions that we thought a lot about and we were encouraged by in the process was how challenging it would be for insurance companies and actuaries who have been used to working in certain ways to transition, to think about themselves as decision makers and using data to focus on critical decisions rather than data input. It seems to me that we've crossed that bridge now in a very short period of time, since over the past 2 to 3 years that we've been involved here, we've seen that you've crossed the bridge where many of the actuaries themselves are pushing the corporations and management teams to shift to more automated processes and to using your technology. It'd be interesting for me to hear about your own experience about how that educational process went from working with actuaries to change the way that they work in their own workflow, to trust the transparency of the Akur8 product, the speed of the Akur8 product, the ability to provide regulatory oversight that is not a black box, and how now that has built the foundation for you to build new products on top that could theoretically get into real time. And the future is real time pricing dynamics that are built back into actuary tables that would really take us to the next level. How do you see that transition happening?
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge was to build a bridge between actuarial science and data science, because actuaries were seeing that there was this like data science hype with a lot of like algorithms coming in, platform, but in many cases producing like black box models or models that cannot be really a file that cannot be acceptable by the regulator, where there is a high risk of adverse selection because you lack transparency. And so they knew that they couldn't like trust those new technologies, and at the same time they felt that they needed to go faster because the business is putting pressure to refresh tariffs more often. So they were a bit like struggling with that, and our value proposition is really based on bringing machine learning to actuarial people, but in a fully transparent way, meaning that the outcome of machine learning is fully understandable, can be edited, can be modified, they can apply their own knowledge afterwards. So there is absolutely no dark spot, no black box effect at all. So we combine all the benefits of machine learning in terms of speed, automation, increase of the predictive power of the models that we are creating, but keeping full transparency and control, which is a guarantee for the actuary that the models can be understood, can be validated by the regulator, and that they can manage and avoid any risk of adverse selection, which is a very strong effect for insurance companies. And so that's really the key, I think, of the success, is the combination of both worlds.
Sam, thank you so much for taking the time for us. We're thrilled that Akur8 is one of our portfolio companies. We love the feedback we get from all of our limited partners and partners in the industry who love using your product. We're excited for the next stage in your journey. And
Thank you so much.
Taking the time. We're happy to be partnering together.
Thank you so much, Mark. Thank you so much for your support.